Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Welcome back to those of you who are a regular part of our mindfulness community and meditation group, and a warm welcome to those of you who might be joining us for the first time. And for those of you who are new, just a bit about the Krame Center for Mindful Living. It really is our mission here at the Krame Center to help people become more resilient and live better lives through the programs that we offer. And we offer these free weekly meditations every Wednesday with a changing monthly theme to help build our internal resources. So I hope you'll continue to join us and our meditation community. Our current theme is Yin and Yang energy, and it will continue through the end of the month. So next week will be our last meditation on that theme. And our next community and connection 15-minute gathering following our meditation is next week. And it's an opportunity for you to ask questions, share your experiences, and just connect with our meditation community and see faces who are meditating with you on a weekly basis. Also, we're monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions at all or any comments, please feel free to type them into the chat. And then lastly, I just want to make sure everyone is aware that we are recording the meditation so that if anyone misses a meditation, they can watch it on our YouTube channel. But just know that only the meditation teacher is recorded. And in the case of the monthly community and connection, the recording ends right after the meditation and before the discussion begins. So this week, the theme is celebrating summer. And of course, summer just started with the summer solstice this past weekend. So the summer solstice marks the official beginning of summer in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. And it occurs when the Earth arrives at a very specific point in its orbit where the North Pole is at its maximum tilt toward the sun. And so this results, as you all know, this results in the longest day and shortest night of the calendar year, and we're moving into a season of a lot of daylight. It's the summer solstice, and summer is all about light. So I'm just going to share with you a quote by Natalia Cunha. The summer solstice is a celebration of the return to light, and it so powerfully reminds us of the light within each of us and the full potential of our individual as well as united light. So our universal sense of unity. So the light within us reflects the light of the universe, and the light of the universe is reflected within each of us. So summer is really a great time to take advantage of this abundance of light as a source of strength and motivation, action, and growth. And this is reflected in the Yang energy, as Yang energy really begins to reach its peak with the summer solstice. The activity of the Yang energy is in full bloom, circulating, interacting, expanding, and growing. And summer is also associated with the fire element, which corresponds with the heart in all of its manifestations of joy, laughter, and excitement. So I encourage you to embrace the Yang energy of summer with its warmth and light, spending time outdoors, engaging in outdoor activities, and appreciating nature, while also appreciating our individual light within a universal light and sense of unity. So really also viewing it as a time of connection, right? Not just with nature, but with all other beings. And so spending time in nature can really greatly enhance our well-being, resilience, clarity, and even creativity. So I'm going to briefly share with you 5 ways that spending time in nature does improve creativity. So nature can help you get inspired, right? Nature slows us down and can really help us find inspiration in our creative endeavors by providing this time abundance mindset, right? Sometimes we get completely lose all track of time when we're in nature. And nature can also boost your memory. Yes, it can. Research shows that it can. And a sharp memory can help you pull new ideas and come up with creative solutions that you might not have otherwise thought of. Research also shows that nature can help you overcome creative blocks. Nature increases brain function. So, according to the Journal of Environmental Psychology, just 20 minutes outside per day is all you need in order to allow your brain to refresh, restore, and start functioning optimally again, right? If you're ever feeling a burnout or stressed, you can go outdoors and recharge. So it really, spending time in nature is known to improve your mental health, and it can really boost your mood. Um, yeah, and it can really just enhance your overall well-being. So next time you're struggling to bring some of your ideas to fruition, consider spending time in nature. It may be time better spent than sitting in front of a screen trying to come up with or forcing a creative solution that you're looking for. And this is from F. Scott Fitzgerald. He wrote, "And so with the sunshine and the great bursts of leaves growing on the trees, I had a familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with summer." So whether you're watching a thrilling thunderstorm or looking up at a mighty tree, the experience of nature is really one of awe. One really can't help but marvel at the intricate design of a single leaf if you take the time to just look at this fractal repeating patterns in a single leaf, the roar of a great waterfall, right? How amazing is that? Or the patterns of light descending through the forest. So time spent in nature is time spent realizing, and just think about this, that you don't know it all and that you never will, right? Because there's a certain element of mystery with nature as well, that comes along with that awe and wonder of creation, of how all of everything in nature is created. So in this meditation, which we'll be moving into in just a moment, we will be exploring the meaning of summer in all its glory and celebrate all that this wonderful season has to offer. And John Muir says, "In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks." So I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable posture now. So if you need to make any kind of adjustment or finding a stretch in the neck or anything that will make you comfortable, please move into that position now, and in a way that you'll feel comfortable but yet supported. And then allow your eyes to close or just soften the gaze, whatever feels right for you. And then taking a few easy breaths, releasing any unnecessary tension in your body. So just settling into the body, perhaps allowing the bottom half of the body to become heavy and serve as the stable base from which the top half can rise. And then lengthening the spine, moving the crown of the head towards the sky, balancing the head above the neck and shoulders, and perhaps taking a moment to tune into the contact points. You know, the contact points can be a wonderful gateway into the present moment and into the body. So just tuning into the soles of the feet, the sits bones in the chair, and perhaps noticing where your hands are making contact, whether it's in your lap or on the thighs. And then perhaps feeling the support of the chair that you're sitting in, your own body as you sit here, the floor below, and then feeling the support, imagining the support of the earth below. Maybe taking a moment to sense into the unity of our one seat on this earth. Recognizing that we share this earth with all other beings, human and four-legged and creepy crawly and the winged. So maybe taking a moment also to visualize all your fellow meditators, separate yet connected by this one earth that we share. Maybe even savoring this sense of unity. And now gently turning your gaze inward even more, tuning into the breath, and beginning to follow the rhythm of your own breath cycle. So just noticing how the breath is coming in and out of the body. Noticing how the in-breath just naturally turns into an out-breath, and how one breath turns into the next. Following each breath all the way to the end. Riding the waves of your own breath. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Just being here, now, in this moment, tuned in to your own breathing, the body breathing. Just letting the breath breathe you. So just tuning into the micro moments of our experience of life in this moment through the breath. And if the mind wanders, that's perfectly fine. That's what minds tend to do. But as you notice that the mind may be off somewhere else in a thought, planning or thinking of the next meal or what's coming later, just gently having an awareness around that thought, letting it go and returning to the breath. And now, as you're ready, the invitation is to imagine a favorite place in nature, whether it's a wooded forest, the crest of a mountain, a pristine lake, the vast expanse of rolling hills, the green pastures of a bright sunlit meadow, silky sands by the ocean, or any place that you have been, you have seen, or can imagine. So just settling on one place. It doesn't have to be the perfect place. So just settling on what arises in this moment. And then calling to mind the landscape, whether it's trees, bushes, grass, rocks, squirrels, birds, falling rain, the sky, perhaps movement of leaves in the trees or of the clouds overhead. But in your favorite place that you're imagining in this moment, taking in the details, taking in the vastness of the natural world as you gaze up at the sky in your imagined favorite place. And perhaps noting any sensations that may arise as you keep your gaze open to what is infinite and eternal. Perhaps even noticing the light of the warm sun. And maybe the light of the warm sun is sparking another warmth, the warmth of your own internal light. And imagining this warm internal light, perhaps even sensing it as a physical sensation, whether it's warmth in the chest or softness in the belly. And feeling the promise and motivation of this light that we all have within us and around us. And if possible, Just allowing the recognition that we are connected to something much greater than ourselves, and connected to an abundant and enduring universal light that perpetuates life on our planet. So feeling the connectedness, the threads of light that connect us internally all around us to each other, to the natural world. And just taking a moment to savor any sensations that may have arisen. And now, in your mind's eye, as you imagine this favorite place, taking a moment now to take in the sounds that you might hear. Perhaps noticing pleasant sounds like leaves rustling in the breeze, the sound of chirping birds, the sound of falling rain or water nearby. Just trying to hold in your awareness these sounds. Well, not necessarily needing to label them or even cling to them, but just having this awareness of sound in nature. And even if there's sound in your environment, letting that come and go in and out of your awareness. And now perhaps taking a moment to feel what it might be like to sense your surroundings in this beautiful place in nature. So sensing the air around you, imagining what it might be like. Is it cool and crisp, or thick and humid? Does it feel light and easy, or heavy and dense in the lungs? Is it fragrant? Perhaps there's a faint smell of freshly cut grass that's lingering in the air, or the scent of pine needles on the ground, or the scent of the fresh ocean air. And then also noticing sensations on the skin. Is there a cool or a warm breeze that can be felt? Does the skin feel dry or moist? Maybe even noticing sensations on the face as air gently touches your cheeks, or some movement of your hair with a passing breeze, or even tuning into a temperature change on your closed eyelids. What can be felt? What can be known as you're exploring this wonderful place in nature. And now, perhaps beginning to broaden the awareness. So, fanning your attention outwards. So, just gently letting go of this place in nature, expanding your awareness beyond the body, beyond the chair you're sitting in, beyond the space you're in, beyond the treescape, above the clouds, above the stratosphere. In your mind's eye, perhaps gazing back at yourself, sitting in this one or on this one seat, the earth, a tiny speck below, bathed in summer light, universal light. Imagine taking a moment to bask in the eternal flame of universal light as it's captured in the warm days of summer. Maybe even allowing yourself to marvel at the infinite and eternal, that which has been here long before you and will remain long after you're no longer here. Allowing yourself to be with this sense of expansiveness, feeling the awe and perhaps even joy. Just paying attention to any sensations in the body, any emotions, any thoughts that may arise. And then holding in your awareness with some curiosity. What can be known and felt in this doorway to creativity, to connection, and a sense of belonging to something grander than ourselves? And then as you're ready, releasing this practice, allowing yourself to narrow the awareness from this vast, expansive awareness back down through the clouds into the space you're sitting in, into your chair and into your own body. Just returning to the breath and resting in your own experience as I end with a poem. An artist's poem. Give me the eyes to see, the ears to hear, the heart to feel, the creativity within me and without, in every bit of nature, every speck of air, every part of humanity, and all of this vast universe. I am content to be a creative force and source within and without. Let the light flow from me and to me. So as you're ready, just allowing your eyes to gently open. Thank you, everyone, so much for your practice today. I'm just going to leave you with an invitation for this coming week. Spend some time in nature if you can, soaking in the awe and the wonder, the vastness and the expansiveness of our natural world. And do this just for 5 minutes each day if you can, and just notice any sensations or feelings, thoughts, and emotions that arise. Take this time to just be, and maybe even take a moment to savor the experience. So follow us on social media for our tips and reminders and quotes and other poems. And I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.